Hey everybody, I've got Chrissy here with me. She's probably not going to show her face, but we are going to try to make some ornaments. We had this great idea. I'm hoping it will materialize. So she is going to try to get a better video than I'm getting with my phone and my laptop. So hopefully we'll be able to get a better video and post on YouTube later. So if it's a little bit grainy, that's why. But we're going to try a couple of different things. We're going to try using some Mod Podge on the inside of these ornaments. We got these ornaments today at Michael's. They had a 60% off today, and I like a coupon. So we went, and these are the plastic ones, which I prefer because I have little furry friends and they knock things over. So we're going to try a couple of different methods and see if they work. If they work, then yay. If they don't, then sorry. So we'll find out. We'll make it work one way or the other. So I'm going to put you down. I have my Mac, which is a little bit of a grainy picture. Sorry. And my super old phone. So we'll see if we can't tilt you down a little bit without knocking my phone into the paint here. Hold on. All right. If you make any comments, I may not be able to hear them or see them while we're in process, but I will absolutely do my best to respond later on. And so the idea I had, don't judge my painted on funnel, is that we would put a little bit of the Mod Podge, I'm just using the gloss one, and put it into the ornament just enough. Ooh, probably should have shaken that a little bit better. Hopefully get my hair off of this. That's pretty gross. Just enough to swirl it around and get some glitter to stick to it. Probably going to need more than that. I'm going to need more than that. And I haven't tried this, so if it's a complete bust, then we learn together. So let's see. We're gonna see if this works. Now this should dry clear. I'm starting to think that glue might be a better idea than this, Chrissy. I'm gonna go through Mod Podge like crazy and make a huge mess. What else is new? She wants to laugh. You can laugh. You can laugh, it's fine. I laugh at myself on the regular. This is why I need like an apron or something. So I'm gonna get this one started, and I'm gonna drain some of this excess Mod Podge in this cup. But I am starting to think that glue might be a more efficient way to do this, and I have a gallon of it, so it might happen. Okay. You guys hear our dogs. My husband's mowing the yard, so they're probably gonna make noise and bark and stuff. So my idea with these is to try two things. I want to try mica on the inside of one of them and see how it does. But I honestly think I'm going to have to thin out this Mod Podge a little bit to get this to work, which I should have considered. I don't know if it'll still have a decent hold if I put a little bit of water in it. But it's taken forever to sling around. We'll see. Ooh. I think I'm going to let it drain and see what happens. But for the interest of time and efficiency, I think we might try some glue. I will be right back. have a feeling the glue is going to dry less clear. So this one finally got covered. I'm going to let it drain for a second before we glitter it up. So let's see. And also I'm going to try something else. See if we can't get the similar effect we want. Gonna mix some into some water. Get it to loosen up a little bit. It's just kind of lumpy. We'll find out if that actually works or not. And might have gotten a little too watery. But if it still accomplishes the same thing, then it'll be awesome and we won't waste so much stuff. There is some sort of glitter that must have already been in my Mod Podge, which is kind of sad because I don't really want it to be all different colors, but I'll take the gamble. So the idea that I have is to put either glitter or mica on the inside with the Mod Podge, which I don't know if this is going to be thick enough. Seems like it's kind of one extreme or the other. But, and then I'd like to try to do some alcohol inks on the top and see how we do. I saw somebody, I don't remember who, do alcohol inks the other day on some glass ornaments, and I was like, that looks pretty cool. But I like all things Christmassy to be glittery, and so I really would like to see if we can accomplish that. I probably shouldn't have done that. So we figured it would be a good Saturday experiment. Let's see if we get better traction on this guy right here and still get some coverage. That might have been smart. May not have been. Time will tell. So I'm letting these little guys drain in these cups for a second so that whatever we put on the inside is not going to be clumpy. But if it sticks with a little bit of water, we definitely made this process a little bit more efficient. So, and we won't waste a ton of Mod Podge. So, ooh, I need you to stay in there till we're ready for you. All right. So we'll let this one drain for a second. I'm just using these little cups. I use them to mix paint all the time. And once it's fairly well drained, and it seems like it's kind of done doing that, which sort of seems like the case. I'm really hoping that this one's not going to just be super opaque looking, even though Mod Podge dries clear. It feels like this is just super thick. So I'm going to clean the outside, don't worry. Alright, let's see. So I was going to use, I figured out if I let it sit there really carefully that it should not get stabbed with the popsicle stick. So I'm going to clean the outside with some alcohol, which I had already done before we started this, and then I got Mod Podge all over it. So, and maybe some dog hair. So You know, when you visualize wonderful things, you don't usually visualize them with all of the things that are going to go wrong. So it's fine. Okay. So for this one, I think that we will try something simple like pearl glitter. So we're going to put some glitter in and we're going to have to get it back out if we want to save it. So don't want that there. So I'm going to use another funnel for that. The bad thing is I don't know that we'll really be able to tell how much coverage we have until it starts to dry. So because this is still wet. So these are some of the things I didn't really think through very well. It's fine though, we'll figure it out. And even if it's not completely glittered, it's going to be inked on the outside, hopefully. I'm just going to shake it. Since I don't know how well it's going to adhere, I'm going to just use fine glitter at first. I don't want to get too adventurous. I really wanted to use some chunky glitter so it would be extra sparkly. Uh-oh. That did not happen as intended. How gross. There's a lot of chunky Mod Podge coming out with my glitter, Chrissy. This is not awesome. I might have just wasted a lot of glitter. I'm starting to see why some people use polyurethane for this. That's okay. I'm not going to waste it. I will find a way to make it work. I'll probably like, this is a train wreck, and it might be. So right now, it's difficult to tell if it's going to be like awesome or if it's going to be missing a lot of spots on the inside. But the alcohol ink can compensate a little bit too, so I think I'm just going to ink it and see what happens. The other thing I can do with this glitter that came out is I can mix it in with some of this more watery Mod Podge and put it on the inside. Maybe mix the glitter into the Mod Podge first instead of pouring it in. So I can also do that with micas. So I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. I'm always a fan of some purple and some magenta. So this is some Pinata ink. This might actually be better with a heat gun. So it'll move a little bit better. I might actually go get my heat gun. Be right back. Okay. It's not moving very well. It's not really moving a lot either. I think I just need more of it first. And then let's do some magenta. Oh yeah, we should move this, huh? And I'll blend them in a minute. And then use some blue. I'm going to throw some pearl inks in there to compensate for my glitter fiasco. This is Intrigue. This is a mixture of Tim Holtz and Pinata inks, in case anybody cares about that. This is a pearl one too. Right now it looks like a kindergarten ornament project, but we're going to rise up from here, not to worry. I'm going to blend it in a minute. Because one way or the other, this little guy's going to be on a Christmas tree. It's drying too fast, Chrissy. It's drying too fast. So if you are not familiar with alcohol inks, you can blend them. They naturally blend a little bit, and you can blend them with alcohol. So in just a minute, we're going to do just that. I'm going to add a couple colors to the middle. And then we're going to blend them. Just going to leave the lids off for now. Add some more of this guy. We need some more blue, don't we? Mixing it up. My dogs are in here making crazy noises. My little furry friends. This is definitely not how it happened in my head. That's okay. It's gonna be cool. We'll get there. I don't really think things ever quite turn out like they are happening in your head. It's kind of the joys of artistry. It's not how things turn out sometimes. So when I make galaxy cups, I use these magic eraser things to blend, which I learned from Annika. Does a fabulous tutorial on the galaxy cups. And the thing is that you have to be careful about is if you're using alcohol, which I'm using 91% alcohol, it's going to erase what you're doing too. So you need to be mindful of, you just want it to blend. You don't want it to entirely erase everything that you're doing. So just be aware that you want to use very, very little. I've made the mistake of not taking that very seriously before, and I have had to do a lot of cleanup in the past. So you see how it's kind of blending the colors together? Purple is taken over though. The thing I need to consider is that I'm probably stabbing it on the inside, so I'm just going to pick it up for a second. The purple's definitely dominating, so I'm going to go with it for now, and then I'm going to complicate it a little bit in a second. I think it's probably the first thing I touched with the ink. But that's no problem. We can blend a little bit more in a second. The other great thing is I'm not as paranoid about messing with this because it's not glass. Just picking up glass ornaments is like terrifying for me. I'm just afraid I'm just going to drop them because I probably am. Well, I still don't know how I feel about this guy. The other thing that's kind of cool about alcohol inks is you can do this in one section and leave it alone for a minute and let it dry, and do it in another section. So if you really wanted to do the inside of the ornament first, or later rather, you could do that. I may have tried to put too many colors in here at one time. So let me see. So I just accidentally put quite a bit of alcohol in here. You see what I did there? See how it's jacking up the blue? But I don't want it to be so dark. I kind of want it to be transparent, so I probably should have started blending a little sooner. This may be the one that we learn valuable lessons from. I don't like how these lines are. I let it go too long before I started blending it. So I don't know how I feel about it. Well, that's lovely. You can laugh. It's fine. Just laugh. Everybody that sees it is gonna laugh. It's okay if you laugh. It's fine. It's not the first time I've done something like that. It won't be the last. It's fine. She's over here trying really hard not to laugh. But she wants to. You know, it's alright. It's okay. I don't like the lines, Chrissy. I'm okay with the purple overall. Maybe I should just focus on one or two colors at a time instead of trying to boil the ocean, I think. Because that's how crap like that happens. Let's maybe do something like this. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's better. See how they react to each other? It's one thing you kind of got to be prepared for. I don't think that's better. So I think we're going to just blend it. A lot of times the pearl ones seem to have a different weight, and so they seem to react a little bit differently. Sometimes in a positive way, sometimes not so much. Now, one thing I will say about alcohol inks, and I've learned this with doing galaxy tumblers, you don't have a lot of play time before they start to pull away from the surface and react. And by react, I mean like so like if you're doing a wood grain tumbler or something and you're doing alcohol inks, if you play around too long and it's getting dry, you're going to have a situation where it's going to get sticky and mess with your surface. So sometimes like just know when to say enough is enough and walk away. So what I think I'm going to do with this next one is, so I have all this glitter that fell out into this cup, and it's really sad. So instead of getting upset and in the feelings about it, I'm going to actually put it inside of one the way it is, or I'm going to put some mica in it and see what happens. But after this one over here, I kind of feel like maybe I should do that first. I don't know, maybe that's a good later task. I feel like putting the glitter in it was a cute idea and it didn't really go as planned. But I think when it dries, so my thought was if this dries, alcohol inks are generally a little bit more transparent than this. This is not transparent. It's okay to laugh. It's not transparent at all. And so it's fine. Just laugh. It's fine. Just embrace it. My stepdaughter's trying so hard not to laugh at me making mistakes. It's fine. So I think what I learned about this one is that I need to put on a drop or two and blend right away if I want it to look kind of see-through and glass-like. So that one's probably just going on our tree. I'll probably resin it with some glitter class it up a little bit. But this one I think we will take less chances on. It already has a bunch of Mod Podge out here already, so I think with this one, we're gonna put a little bit of mica on the inside. I can't decide what to do. I need to make up my mind. You guys don't want to wait while I make up my mind. So, this is not like bougie mica, it's just some of the Pearl X stuff, so it's not abundantly attached to it if it doesn't go as planned. I don't want to lose a whole cup of glitter like I did with the last one. It really hurt my feelings a little bit. So I'm just going to put a little bit in here and kind of see what happens if I swirl it around on the inside. Feels like it's just all clumping in there. This is not working. Clearly need to work on my theory, but it's okay. I'll give it a shot. Oh, look at it. That's gross. I mean, that's what I want it to do. I want it to be shiny like that, but I don't want it to look like there's crumblies on the inside. So I think my lesson in all this is mix the stuff in with the Mod Podge when you swirl, not later. No Mod Podge first, then swirl. Mod Podge swirl combo. That's okay. I'll rescue this one later. We'll see. I don't know, Chrissy. I think we're gonna let this guy continue to hang out here, and we're gonna try this theory. All right, let's do this. Third time's gonna be a charm. So I'm gonna mix this in this, and then we're gonna swirl. It'll be fun. And if not, then she'll be able to laugh at me. Okay, thanks, Rebecca. I appreciate that. It's okay. For 20 minutes, it wasn't going too well, so it'll be fine. We can skip to the part where I figure out it's not working. Let's put a little more in, Chrissy. I tend to overdo it and then regret that later. Somebody posted this really cool picture the other day of some mica ornaments, and I've been thinking about it ever since then. I don't currently remember who it was. But since I couldn't figure out how she did it, I started thinking about how could I do that? And that's kind of what led to this fiasco today. Alright, let's see if this idea works better. Sometimes I do things the most complicated way ever before I figure it out. It's okay. Some people have to learn the hard way. This is working out better, right? We'll see. We'll see if it doesn't like gape open. I didn't use enough. Chrissy, why do I keep screwing this up? It's okay. Oh, it could work. Look, we're closing in on the gap there, Chrissy. We'll help it. Banging on things is always helpful. Sometimes. Makes me wonder how I ever paint things. I'm so impatient sometimes. Okay, let's see if mica is gonna make us happy here. It's not very sparkly. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to put it back in there for a second. And then, while we're letting him hang out, we'll do this glitter guy that I messed up really bad earlier. Let's see if it's going to... You know what I should have done with this? You're gonna love it. I should have done the extreme glitter Mod Podge. Because there can never be enough glitter, Chrissy. Never enough glitter in the world. I need to be a glitter dealer. It's gonna happen one day. Okay, let's try this. See if this guy can go. What color should we do on this one? You're supposed to participate. You're like the live audience. You think we should do some teals? You like teal. You're a fan. Who doesn't like teal? You know what I don't like? Traditional Christmas colors that much. Why are you laughing? I don't. Have you ever seen me buy red and green ornaments? Nope. Because it's been done before. Okay, let's see how this guy's doing. All right. Let's see. Oh no. I'm so glad you said that, Melissa. My mic was completely off. What a doofus. Can you hear me now? You can tell I never use my Mac for lives. That's hilarious. So I've been talking for 30 minutes and nobody hears anything. That's okay. The YouTube video will probably be better and we'll probably edit out what I did wrong for all this time. Let's do this one. Stream. Here comes your dad. Stream. Let's see if stream works better. We'll blend it a little bit. Ooh. Still different than what I imagined. It's okay. More transparent. Still dripping. Dripping the mica. Wrong color. Oh well. Now we have a few colors. It actually works okay. I'll keep dripping this guy. Let's see. So the other day I was working on a cup. And I bought this green color. It's supposed to be lime green. It's not. It's not. It's ugly. And, oh look, that's better. Yes, thank you, Jesus. And, so I used a pearl green, but it was for a dude's cup. And it started to look a little bit sparkly. So I freaked out. But for ornaments, we want sparkle, so bring on the pearl. Okay. I kind of think this is a little bit better because when it dries, we should see the pearl color from the mica on the inside. Should. Who knows, guys? This ornament thing may be a complete bust. We're going to find out. But since they were on sale, it's not a complete bust, I don't think. And we're getting some purple in there from the sponge. It actually looks okay. Alcohol inks can be a lot of fun. Yes, Jennifer, I have Mod Podge on the inside, which so far hasn't been very awesome, and alcohol inks on the outside, and we put some glitter on the inside, and it came out in huge clumps, so I'm not yet thinking that that's going to be amazing, but we finally, on the third one, after I messed up a few, got smart enough to mix it into the Mod Podge. I had to water down the Mod Podge a little bit. It was too thick. So I don't know if it would have been better to just use glue I saw a video the other day when somebody used polyacrylic, which seemed to be great, except for polyacrylic's a little bit opaque, and it's expensive. So, and I don't have any yet. It's going to come tomorrow. And I bought that to do some fluid painting, so I don't really want to use it for this. So, but ornaments are always fun, so. And if I mess it up really bad, it'll be a really good white elephant gift. You can laugh, it's fine. Chrissy's over here like biting her lip like, I can't laugh, I'm holding the camera. But you can laugh. It'll be okay. So, it's kind of got some random purple in there, so maybe I should just add it in. Or maybe I should cover it up. What do you think? What say you? Random purple. We could do this amethyst color. It's a little more blue. What are your thoughts? Do you have thoughts? No? I might have just turned it into a circus. It's gonna be all, it's gonna be all your fault because you had nothing to say. Might be all your fault because you had no offerings. Look, circus. It's fine. We'll blend it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I mean, what's it costing us? A few bucks? Maybe some more if I resin it. Probably a lot more if I resin it. A lot of Mod Podge. Because I keep having to redo the bottom. It's fine. It's so much more interesting than whatever you were going to do before I suckered you into this. She was going to do something else, and I was like, you want to help me do a YouTube video? And she was like, oh, you want me to help you? I was like, yeah, help me. So here she is, having a lot more fun than whatever she was going to do before. It's going to be good. Hey, April's watching. Say hi to April.
Hi, April.
What? What about it? The lights on? Is that bothering you? It's fine. It's not going to run us out of power. I can't tell if this is a train wreck. What do you think? Do you think this is a train wreck? Do you think this is a train wreck? It might be a train wreck. But you never know until you wreck a train, you know? So let's see if we can blend it without messing it up worse. Okay. I feel like I'm spending way too much time on one ornament. This is like incredibly long. Sorry, guys. Okay. One way or the other, we'll get it down. So I'm trying to think if we should resin them. That'll make them shiny. Or if we should just clear coat them. I'm afraid if I clear coat them that they would be sticky, like when they're being stored. So might have to do a little experimenting. I think they would look prettier under some resin, especially since I keep doing this kind of stuff to them and making them look weird. But it'll be messy to resin. Have to turn them upside down and all that stuff. Now this is the one that we did with mica. So the inside, I'm sorry, my Alexa is a spy. She's always listening. So I don't know if I like this better like this. What do you think? Do you like the white blotchies?
Yes.
You do?
They look like cells.
They do look like cells. They kind of are cells. Like when you do fluid painting, what causes you to get cells is different consistency. What's wrong with this guy? Ooh. Ooh. That was not supposed to happen. Did you see that? Oh no. You see? That's not supposed to happen. It was stuck. It was stuck with its pearly stuff on the inside. Now, this is the bad thing about dealing with alcohol inks. It took all the paint off, or the ink. It's fine. We're gonna fix it. And then we're gonna do something that I'm not gonna screw up. Like a cup or something later. Oh no. Okay. I don't really know how to fix this without making it worse. Your dad is cleaning or something. I don't know. Don't know, Chrissy. I don't know. Let's see. See, this one's naked. It has no blue spots. So now we have to make it match its friends. It's probably going to make it worse. Actually, not worse, but it still doesn't match. We'll put it in the back of the tree. Okay. Let's see. So you're okay with, oh, look how naked it is right there. No. So this is the part when I use alcohol inks on cups that I usually start to royally screw them up when I keep working when the stuff dries. So I think I should learn from my prior mistakes and knock it off, she says, as she puts another thing of ink on there. My mom used to call this, and April can attest to this, messing and gomming. That's what Gigi used to say. She used to come in the kitchen when we were making things with our Easy Bake oven that were not in the recipe book and said, "You girls, stop messing and gomming." So now here we are, almost 40, still messing and gomming. So this is going to be kind of a trip, so I don't know how well you can see that, but my bright idea to use the jacked up glitter in with the Mod Podge, well, it worked, but the glitter is creating this sort of effect, which I guess could work. It could be fine. So we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Let's make it pink. Magenta. Senorita magenta. That's what it says. Alright. We'll blend with the purple sponge. Make it interesting. I like this color. It's really bright. I use this color on Galaxy tumblers a lot, which are perhaps one of my favoriteest ones in the world to do. What other color do you think we should do? Oh, this color, because I just picked it up. It wasn't the one I was using. Gotta get rid of this purple. Guess we'll put that guy on the other side to match. Oh look, it's not working out with the purple. When you have ink all over your gloves, sometimes it's just gonna happen like that. Sometimes I end up taking them off for that reason, and then I get it all over my skin, and it's really pretty. So in my mind, the way that these were supposed to work was that we would color the outside, and it would be really amazing, and that they would be sort of translucent, and on the inside, because we would have glitter and stuff, you would be able to see beautiful sparkly things. However, it hasn't quite been working out like that. So I'm not sure if this is an epic fail or if it's going to turn out great when it's dry, and that I can make it look prettier with some resin. I can also resin it with some glitter, but what I had in mind is I wanted to figure out how to get like multicolored, sparkly looking things without putting it all on the inside, because that sounds complicated. And so This seemed to be a brilliant idea when I thought of it, but it's not so brilliant now. It's fine. We'll see if it works out. One way or the other, the ornaments are destined to be on a tree. Even if they look crazy like that one. I feel like I'm gonna have to use some purple because it's sort of in there. So, I feel like this is a really long live video. Hopefully the YouTube clip will be a lot shorter. But I don't know if you crafty people are like me. When I start to make something, I just turn on someone's live. I don't really care if it's long. I just watch it while I'm making stuff. So it amuses me. So if you're like me, then you can laugh at my misfortune when I mess them up while you're making something wonderful.
You have 7%.
Huh?
7%.
What does that mean? Memory?
It's 7% battery.
Oh, then maybe you should plug it in, or... That thing's supposed to be incredible. It should go on for days. Right? That's what I think.
No, 6.
6? Okay. Well, my impromptu media director, Kristen Rocha, says that we're running out of battery. So we may have to reconvene later with a close-up of what this turns out to be. Actually, I can stay live with you guys. It's just she's doing the YouTube thing. This is not as beautiful as I expected it was going to be. Kind of makes me want to go paint something instead. But I think with a little glossiness, it'll be alright. What do you think? This one actually is kind of intriguing to me with its weird things. I kind of want to throw some purple on here, but I'm afraid it's going to look just like this other guy. But I'm going to do it anyway. There's no fear in ornament making. Plus I gotta close some gaps over here. Yep, I'm screwing it up, Chrissy. It's happening. It's happening. Okay, you probably either should plug it in or call it a day. Thanks for watching. Because that one's probably going to be on YouTube. It's going to be better quality than my phone.
Can you look at me, dude?
I don't know. I don't know how to use that thing. Your dad has to do it.
What? Now it's at 2%.
Figures. It's because it's not filming anymore.
Let's just let it.
I try to do things, your dad does them better, and so I've learned that he's better at some of that than me. I don't know how to use that camera. I brought it in and I put it on his desk. Said, it's here. So this was really pretty in magenta before. Now it looks like a nightmare. Well, I'm gonna blend it. I'm gonna fix it. It's gonna be fine. But it hurts my feelings that what looks really pretty in my head doesn't pan out that way. We're gonna blend it with a little bit of alcohol. Take off the harsh edges of the purple without hopefully taking off too much of the layer below. Make it look tie-dye-ish. See what happens. I should have gone live for a cup. Would have been less disastrous. But you never know until you give it a shot. She's laughing at me. So, it's kind of working. What do you think, Kristen? You just take it off? Look in that box on the table to the left. There you go. I don't know, what do y'all think? Weirder or worse? Wait, those are both bad. Did I rescue it? Or is it crazier? Might be crazier. So anyway, for those who joined late or are on the Tumblr tutorial page where I had my sound off for 20 minutes, these are plastic. I got them at Michael's. They're on sale today. And we attempted Mod Podge in the middle. It wasn't that great. We mixed it with some mica and with some glitter, and that was a little bit better. And these are alcohol inks. I'll try to post a brief video later on showing you how we finish them, which will probably be with resin or a clear gloss spray. But anyway, thanks for hanging out and watching, and have a great day. Bye.